Welcome to this final episode of Inside the Bubble with me, 𝒏𝒔𝒊𝒅𝒆. Today I'm joined by two fine guests, Ken Owens, Mako Vunipola. Welcome, boys.
Just around us, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
You're right, boys. Last week, as you know, I had 𝒏𝒔𝒊𝒅𝒆, Marcus Smith, two younger guys, but two more veterans. Mako on his third tour, Ken on his second tour. Is that right?
Yeah, second tour.
How's you been, boys? All right?
Different. It's been different with the COVID restrictions and all, but it's been very good in terms of good group of lads and got some golf into this tour as well.
You tell them about the golf, boys. Tell them about the golf. Come on. We've got to tell them. We've got to tell them.
Well, you were doing a live TikTok showing everybody the work you do, and we had a bit of a challenge, didn't we, to win some bits and bobs and have a bit of fun. And you, with the boys, with the golfers, ready to go, practice swings. You walked up, pitching wedge, nearest to the pin, win yourself a set of golf clubs.
Closest to the pin, boys.
So what are you going to do with the clubs then, Bob?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Keep them in it just in case. They're good as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
good.
Very good.
They're good. What else have you done today, boys?
It's a lot of packing to be done. We're about to move hotels and last week, obviously, so we're going back. So a lot of admin and packing to be done.
That's it. Anybody who's wondering the tones you can hear in the background, that's the tape. Everything's going back tonight. All the stuff's going back. So if there's any problems to the viewers at home, we apologise. But the people are working on a tight deadline to get the stuff back in the van to get to the UK in time. Thank you. Boys, first question. When was your first tour and what was it like?
My first tour was 2013 Australia. Unbelievable tour. Came in a bit younger than what I am now. Didn't know what to expect. Just enjoyed it really, ripped in. Good group of lads as usual. And then Australia's a great place to tour. A lot to do out there. You can go to the beaches, surfing if you want. Or you can go enjoy the nightlife, which a few of us did a bit out there, and it was good.
You play off yourself there, yeah?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
No, my first tour was 4 years ago in 2017, New Zealand, which is a great country. My favourite place is a tour. It's a good laugh, and yeah, like Mako said, it's when you're getting all the boys together from different nations, you know, you meet some great people. So I was a great part of the tour, and obviously a great test series over there as well.
That's it. Everyone's talking about that, aren't they? So you won't see each other. You'll see each other Six Nations, whatever. But as soon as you see the boys again, who's been on that tour before, as soon as you just back to normal again, aren't you, straight away talking about old times and stuff. That's that bond, and we've talked about that a few times.
No, you do. You know, like you said, you perhaps know boys just to say hello to because you've bumped into them, you know, playing against each other, perhaps after match functions and stuff. But once you get to know people after that and played with them, it's you got that instant bond that never goes away. You've created a little bit of history, and obviously you got plenty of stories and things you've done on tour and had a good laugh with each other.
Do you think some guys you won't get on with, do you? That's I always think that when you see someone on TV, you think I won't get on with him. You don't say that. Come on, man, it's all right. It's last one, innit? We're going on after this. Can't sack us. You think, like, do you know what I mean? You think I might get on with that guy, and then when you see him, what a lovely blokes.
Yeah, you do think about boys like that, you know, because everybody's different, you know, on the field. They're competitors, and once you get to know them, you know, there's been plenty of boys on the last tour. On this tour, you think you're not probably going to get on with, but you always do, because you know there's that rugby bond, and everybody's a good bloke as well.
And also, like you said, Mako, you think it's been a good tour, hasn't it? We've been stuck in this hotel, nice place, but inside this bubble. But it's been all right, and it's been good.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. The boys have found ways to entertain themselves, like you said today, like that chipping competition. That's only one thing. The entertainment. We had a few quizzes. Loved those quizzes, to be honest. Yeah, and really enjoyed them.
Ben has come to the fore with that, and we've had a bit of a laugh with the quizzes and things that have delved into people's histories and past, which has been a good laugh. Yeah. And
tweets, all tweets,
and some dodgy spelling from Benny as well, which is always entertainment.
This is a random question from a guy in Preston. Has what you've packed in your bag changed since your first Lions tour?
Yes, actually. When I was first Lions tour, I had a lot more going out stuff. a lot more casual stuff. This time, a lot of rugby gear, a lot of recovery stuff needed. So like Compex.
That's your edge, that, innit?
Yeah.
Now you have to look after yourself better.
No, I'm on to, instead of putting a shirt in for going out, it's more for Compex for recovery. So that's changed a little bit.
You're a professional, mate. I love that.
Nah, same stuff for me, but probably less casual gear on this tour than the last.
Any casual gear, do we?
No point.
That reminded me, that fire reminded me. Do you remember that place in New Zealand? What's it
Good,
called?
Danny Doolan's.
Danny Doolan's, that was your favourite coffee bar stroke bar, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
Do you remember that?
Sit and have a coffee.
Because Ken
in the
texted
front
me
of the fire.
about a year and a half after and said, "Guess where I am?" And he'd gone up. Why'd you gone there?
𝑰𝒏𝒃𝒍𝒆 wedding, wasn't
Owens
it?
and Mako's wedding.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture of him with that background of that fire. Guess where I am? Knew straight away. In that pub.
Danny Doolan's
Stroke coffee bar.
in the
That's
on
that's
the
key.
viaduct in Auckland, isn't it?
Nice
Had some fun there, didn't we?
I've been there a few times. Some of you've been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I went a few times. Yeah, that was a good day though. Days.
Because we spent was in Auckland last time, weren't we?
Yeah, we spent the first week or so there, didn't we? And then the last week or so as well, which was that was good. It was good fun.
Boys, a lot of people talking about there being no fans on the tour. Has that changed how things have felt for you, having no fans at the grounds?
Yeah, it has. I think one thing on the Lions tour which shocked me 4 years ago was the amount of travelling support the Lions get, not just at the stadiums but just around the cities, and the buzz and the feeling that creates building up to test week. So that's been slightly different, and probably a bit of a disappointment from the boys who are on their first tour not to experience sort of fully what the Lions tour is about. And I think hopefully a lot of them boys will be lucky enough in 4 years' time to go again and experience the Lions tour properly. But it's definitely been different. It's been, I'd say, a little bit of a leveler in ways, not having anybody in the stadiums. But no, I definitely miss the travelling support and the energy they bring and the build-up that you get around the place leading up to that test week.
You do miss them around, but sometimes I've thought in games you forget about it as well. Also, I don't know if you lads do it, do you?
Yeah, when you're in the game, like you don't really notice what else is going on. But to be fair, do you remember that one guy outside the bus on the way to the second test last week? He shouted his head off to
on his own.
On his own, yeah.
Yeah.
That was all fair play
When
to
we
him.
arrived?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
we
fair
arrived
play,
at
full
the
dress.
stadium. Fair play to him for that. So.
The gaffer's over here, Mr. Warren Gatland. How are you, sir? Just for the viewers, Mr. Gatland, obviously these chairs have been used and it's the last one of the series, so Mr. Gatland's kindly signed them for charity. Look at that. They've just gone from being worth 300 quid to about 8 grand, 10 grand minimum. They was going to ask me to sign it, but it would have brought it down to 250 quid. He goes on it, puts 8 grand on, mine takes 500 quid off. I'm sacked now, it's last week. Boys, you both obviously brilliant tourists, Lions tourists, on the field and off the field. In your opinion, what makes a great Lions tourist? What values, understanding, what terms of behaviour?
You obviously have to be a decent rugby player to be a good Lions tourist.
Yeah, that helps.
That helps.
That helps.
No, but I think being a good bloke and a good teammate. So a good bloke, as in Ken said, doesn't matter what you do on the field, how you are off the field, where you easy to get on with is massive. But then be a good teammate as well. There's going to be ups and downs. You're going to be disappointed, but being there to support your mates who are playing is a big thing.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. I think we've seen on this tour, everybody's come together, and I think, all the boys are generally, first choice in their positions for their country, so it's slightly different, to perhaps not be selected and whatever, but it's how you react to it. I think the boys, over the last 3 weeks especially, since the test teams have been announced, the non-23 boys have been absolutely phenomenal in the way they've trained and prepared the boys, and I think that's probably the biggest thing about being a Lions tourist is what you bring to the environment and off the field as much as on it, and how you're willing to prepare the guys and do what's best for the team. And I think we've got a massive squad of boys there who've done that all the way through the tour. Whatever's asked of them, they've done it, and I think that's a big part of being a successful Lion.
The viewers at home will be thinking about the fines committee. They've heard a lot of stuff. Are you on the fines, Ken, as well?
I am.
Yeah.
You're both on the fines. Wow. I was actually late for this, 5 minutes, so I expect a fine.
Dice roll.
My car was late picking me up from home. Sorry, boys. Tell us a bit more about the fines. What's gone on? Some of the roles,
So
the dice rolls.
yeah, so generally, Mako's in charge of fines, being the most experienced on tour. So he takes the lead, and we've got a strong group of players who support him on that. Yeah, so it's just, you get fined for various
Right.
different stuff: being late, wrong kit, not tidying up after yourself, whatever is deemed to be unacceptable behaviour, and it concludes with a dice roll.
Every time we always come to that, the dice roll happens over there on an evening, generally on an evening. How have you got all that? You lads pull stuff out the bag that no one even knows. Honestly, I'm looking like, is Mako actually just writing stuff down all day long?
There's a lot of work that goes into it now. We've got a couple of snitches
Do you have
around,
snitches?
around
Yeah,
the
'cause
camp
I
as
wonder
well.
Oh, really? That's it.
Well, snitching is encouraged, so if anyone has anything they want to report, they let anyone on the committee know, and then we put on a group, and then I'll keep a list of it.
Oh, did you go on the players group? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were fines committee
fines
group.
group. So, who else is in your team? Obviously, you've got Bundy as the enforcer, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's the debt collector, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faz is on
Faz,
there,
yeah.
and Hoggy. So we've got a decent group, man, and we've got the snitches who we can't reveal
Oh, do you,
their names either, because
do they
obviously
get paid?
There's leniency towards them when they
Yeah.
have a fine.
That was the funny as well, wasn't it? Because when we had the quiz, when we announced the quiz prizes last week, there was like Lions Zip Flask, whatever, Lions Pin Badge. People generally weren't really happy about the stuff, and then when Benny pulled out get out of jail free card for the fines, so the winning team got out of jail free card. That was brilliant. They loved it.
a couple of people thought it was actually they got off fines for the rest of the tour. So people did come and tried selling them on for a pretty penny, but when it was realised it was only for one fine you got off.
Yeah.
It was all right.
And what are the dice rolls, boys? Because the viewers at home will be interested. What are the
So, if you roll a 1, you wear a suit all day.
You've done that about 4 times. Honestly, I thought he was back at school when I saw him.
I was the first one to
He
have to
enjoys
do
a
that.
committee, doesn't he?
Yeah. If you roll a 2, there's a no grade fade, so you basically have a silly haircut. Roll a 3, you get off scot-free.
But you can't celebrate, can you?
Not allowed to
that got
celebrate.
me, didn't it?
Yeah.
That got me. I rolled a 3, didn't know, and somebody said don't celebrate, and somebody shook my hand. I was like, and that was it. I was celebrating. I was thinking, not really, but.
Number 4 is Instagram Live, is it?
Oh yeah.
Instagram Live.
So you have to do 15 minutes live Instagram interview. But if you enjoy it as much as Ken did, he did 20 minutes.
Did you do it? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do it.
Really? How was it?
No, it was fine. It was a little bit more enjoyable than I thought, but yeah.
Nick, our producer, got stung with that as well, didn't it? He did one.
Yeah, he did, but he really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. His followers went through the roof.
Did he? He
Yeah.
loved it there. He did it on purpose, man. What else?
5 is you have to get a slit in your eyebrow, and then 6 is you call a coach, your coach. It was to nominate yourself as a captain, but it's a bit obvious now, so they kind of
'cause they've
caught
done
on.
it before.
Yeah, so now it's changed to whatever the boys think. So like, could be for a new contract or I want to leave, something like that.
Yeah, and then the boys do get an opportunity to either buy out before the dice roll or after, which is a donation to charity then, which we make sure. So.
I think it's a dodgy one, that one, isn't it? Calling your coach, telling you want to leave. That could backfire, couldn't it? Saying, well, actually, I was going to actually tell you when you leave
Just
as
makes
well.
our life easier.
Who was it? It was Sam Zebo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the famous one, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a big one from 2013, wasn't it? Which is people are caught on to that now. If
Yeah.
you're having a phone, coaches having a phone call, they sort of clock what's happening.
Curry nearly got done though. So Curry did a good one this time. Called his coach up, said he wants to go to France, and Ars Anderson thought he was being genuine.
Really?
Yeah. And in the actual phone call, he says, "Oh, I've had this conversation with numerous Saracens players.
Really?
We're yet to find out who the Saracens players are. It's not myself."
You wouldn't?
Is that
You wouldn't have come back to Wales now.
No, no.
somebody else? Who else rang them up? Somebody else rang somebody up, didn't it?
Yeah, Tyg Burn rung his coach, but that was why we changed it, because his coach caught on.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I knew within about 15 seconds,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
So it was a bit easy.
Boys, nicknames. People were wondering at home if they don't already know. Sheriff, where's Sheriff come from?
Yeah, my current coach at the Scarlets, Dwayne Peel, I think he started calling me about 15, 16 years ago. So yeah, just stuck from
Wow,
there.
though,
Sheriff for Carmarthen.
Sheriff of Carmarthen.
I like this. I can turn any story back to my hometown of Carmarthen. Talk about somebody from the town, and my grandparents were both mayors and sheriff of the town in years gone by.
Have you got the keys then? Can you do what you want?
No, not quite. I have had a commendation from the town, which is a huge honour. But no, I'm yet to have the
and you're on the
freedom
board
of the
at
town.
clubness.
Yeah.
And 2 rugby clubs. Mako, have you got any nicknames?
No nicknames. Mac Daddy, probably.
Mac Daddy?
Yeah, nothing.
Gangster
really.
nickname. What's your greatest motivation, and has that changed over time? That's from John in Wigan on Twitter.
Yeah, I think motivation always changes, and especially the different things you achieve and the goals that you perhaps hit throughout your career. You've got to keep finding that motivation. I think for me, it's just testing myself against the best players and the toughest environments around, and obviously trying to make my family proud, who've given me and everybody back at the rugby club back in Carmarthen. Yeah, because I know how much it means to them back at home, and everything, the family sacrifice and the opportunities that my friends, family, and people at the rugby club and the school back at home have given me. It's because I know how much it makes them proud as well.
Yes, man.
Yeah, same as Ken, really. Started off.
What, you want to please people in Carmarthen?
Yeah, not quite Carmarthen, maybe Vunipola, but no, just trying to see how far I can get, and then I think it's changing the way that I'm trying to make the people that sacrifice the most for me and people closest to me proud. So those are probably the main ones that motivate me.
How often do you get back to Pontypool in a non-COVID time?
Not as often as I should, to be honest. Maybe once or twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But a lot of the family are over in England now. There's obviously still Toby's family. I'm still friends in Wales that I keep in touch with, but not as much as I should be going there.
What's the one thing that you tell a debutant tourist before jumping on the plane?
Just enjoy the experience. It's something that it generally is surreal at times, from the rugby to the S&C to the commercial stuff to the freebies you get and the opportunities you get while on a Lions tour. It's just make the most of every opportunity and just enjoy it.
Buy into it. It's a bit different, but probably just come in willing to learn, and then natural challenge should just take care of everything. Here for a reason, you're a good rugby player, and then just enjoy it.
Got to enjoy it, and you've got to enjoy it because the pressure's on, innit? If off the field you don't get a bit of enjoyment, then it's a long tour, innit? That's probably been a bigger focus for us as support staff than it is normally, just making sure everyone's okay off the field. Got plenty of stuff to do with the darts, the pool table. I know it sounds rubbish, but we've got to keep people happy off and with the golf and stuff.
But if you enjoy it, the environment around it, it brings everybody together, and then when you are on the field, you're in a lot happier place, and you're willing to, it sounds a bit cliche, but go to war and dig in for your new group of mates that you've got to know over the last couple of weeks, and the more enjoyment you have, you pull together in them tough moments. We had
Ralla on the show 2 episodes ago. Listen to me, I sound like Piers Morgan, don't I? We had him on 2 episodes ago. Him and Gats. He did me yesterday, didn't he? He goes, Bobby comes on off his balcony. Bobby, there's 2 eagles here. There's 2 wild eagles here. As if you don't have wild eagles outside. I've run out, got my camera, ran down. Where are they? And when I got, there was 2 ducks walking across the fairway. And I'm like, Ralla, what are you going on? Oh, they look like eagles from up the top. Look at the tails, and they're similar. They all have beaks. I'm like, yeah, cheers, Ralla.
May as well be a chicken.
and then he's done it again today. Bobby, we'll have a look for these eagles again. We'll have a look. He's been telling me there's lizards in that pond outside early morning. Because it's Ralla, you don't know. I'm sorry, you don't know, do you?
He did try and tell me the other day that there was alligators in the water out there, and I was
he's just in a world of his own, isn't it? He's in a world of his own. But just on that, I mean, it's fantastic having characters like Ralla in it on it. It's brilliant. I mean, Different but brilliant.
No, it is. And I think you know, the more characters you've got on a trip, it does make it a lot more interesting, and you can have you know, some great conversations with Rala. He's been there, seen it, done it, and you know, some of the stuff he comes out with, and I'm not sure which tangents he's going off on at times, but to be fair, you know, he'll do whatever he does whatever he needs to make sure the boys are ready to go for Saturday.
Except boys, two legends of the game. You talked about going to war, and if we're going to war, boys, I'd like to be going with you two. I look forward to the next 5 tours with you as well. Yeah? Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, Bobby.